Good morning, everybody. How you doing this morning? Um, we are back for another weekend of Tech Stocks and Jobs. If you joined us last night, which you should have, we had on the CTO advisor where we discussed just various topics from storage to hardware. What does it look like? Even his lab that he has set up in a data center, co-location, I should say, um, and as well as just overall whether or not, and we took your questions too and answered those, whether or not what's something good right now, what's not good, what's going on, technical writing for those that are out there in technical writing. So we got to it. So I hope you enjoyed yesterday's show. I hope you had fun. uh, Today's shows should be fun as well too. We also went live earlier this week, didn't we? I had to look at our YouTube. We go live. I think we went live 4 times this week. And oh yeah, Wednesday. We did a Wednesday live. Um, and on our what did we talk about on our Wednesday live? I actually forgot. Let me go look what we talked about on Wednesday. Let me check it out. I forget. That's a shame that I forgot what we talked about on Wednesday. Let's see. What did we talk about on Wednesday? Let me take a gander. Let's see. On our meetup, I don't remember what we talked about that Wednesday. D was on that day. I don't remember. Somebody drop in the comments and let me remember. Make me remember what we talked about on Wednesday. It was our meetup. Did we have a guest on? D, did we have a guest on Wednesday? Do you remember? I don't remember. I know we had a guest Friday. We had a guest Wednesday. Oh yeah, Top Tail. Oh yeah. Gosh, I don't know how I forgot that. But we did that Wednesday. Speaking of Top Tail, we're gonna go to Top Tab after we do our intro, because there was another topic that we had brought up and it was about Cobalt, but I was just wanted to reiterate some things about that Wednesday and about freelancing. All right, so let's do it. All right, if you don't know who we are, we're Women in Linux, where you can find us on social media, throughout social media at Women in Linux. If you're not familiar with our website, you can hit up womeninlinux.org. If you want to connect with us, you can always hit connect here, drop your email in here, and then drop down into our space, which would be Slack. You must have the Slack app. Once you get signed up with Slack, then we'll be free free reign at that point from various channels inside our Slack. There's also a section in there for announcements and one-on-ones if you want to sign up for one-on-ones. But if you don't remember and you haven't joined Slack, you can sign up with our one-on-ones at Calendly. And also, um, if you're looking to do any type of partnership or anything with us, Slack will be the best way to do that as well. All right. If you want to shop, if you hit all products, you can shop with us. And once you get to the shop and then hit all products, you can shop with us. These will be going away at the end of the year. This is our 5-year anniversary, so get the merch while you can, or merchandise while you can. Um, if you would like, and it also makes a good stocking stuffer, right? A pair of socks or a shirt, a t-shirt, or what have you. Like makes good stocking stuffers. All right. Next, if you are wanting to donate, you can always donate on um, here by clicking on donate. You don't have to donate with your money; you can donate with your time. And then from there, if you're feeling froggy, you can also make some content with us as well too, right? If you want to do something jointly, right? You can also hit up IT Pro TV, put in the actual 30%. I think it's 30% off for our Women in Linux. It's a promo code, so you're more than happy to type in Women in Linux as the promo code. All right, let's see who's in the chat. Let's see what's going on before we get started with today's show. Let's see what's up. Let's see. Good morning, JM. How you doing? What's going on, Sasha? How you doing? Um, and I see some other people in there as well too. I hope everybody had a good morning. Hope everybody's doing okay. Um, oh, and let's go with Top Towel. All right, let's come here. Okay, the other night we explored. We were talking about COBOL, right? And we were looking at the number of people that had COBOL. Which I don't know. Did I look that up? I did look it up on Exorcism, right? But let me go back and look at COBOL. Oh, we found it on IBM. That's right. I did it last night. We found it on IBM, right? So IBM has a site where you can learn COBOL. Why am I, Tamika? Why are you talking about COBOL? Well, I'm talking about it from a perspective of there are some jobs out there that are still needing people with those skills, right? And it's a 16-hour course, so not bad to have it on just in your repertoire. But it was also a couple of companies that was hiring for it. Also, over at TopTal, there were people actually looking. There was actually 11 engineers on their site that actually had that experience. So again, and I showed this before. I reiterated again. Let's go to Dice. I always go to Indeed. Let's go to Dice. All right, and let's hit up COBOL, and we don't put anything in and see what it returns. All right, so we got returned 147 jobs, 179 contract, 215 direct hires, right? And that's on here, right? This was posted 18 hours ago. Looking for a COBOL developer. Um, I mean, again, like I said, the jobs are still out there. People are still hiring. So if something that if you like, if you're older and you're looking to do something, I would take that 16-hour class. Let the chips fall where they may. Right, come here and figure out what all else they're looking for, and go from there. So let me blow this up. They're looking for rich hands-on experience. And look, they talking about 5 years of developer experience. I don't know nobody that has 5 years of developer experience with COBOL. They probably have maybe some DB2, some experience there, but most people are probably way older than that and don't have those 5 years. But it's just interesting that again, we're talking about these older languages that are still around. Even assembly, we're gonna get into tech stocks and jobs. I just want to look up assembly. I guess I think I have to look it up another way. I can't. Oh, let me see. It said assembly language. Hold on. Yeah, here we go. I think I have to look it up that way. I'm just curious as to where people are finding jobs. See, they only had one. It was posted 49 minutes ago, but it's there. Up in Jersey. Uh, Interact with blah 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 assembly or Fortran. So somebody who's doing Fortran, they're still looking for some Fortran people, right? I don't know where they will find those Fortran people, but it's just interesting. You just never know what's out there. Primary technical interface for customer and as a necessary for the Navy for area and responsibility. All right, all right. So I mean, as you can see, like this stuff is still relevant. And it's funny because people talk about all their old skills and stuff. Is it relevant or whatnot? You just never know when somebody's going to need something. It's a lot of people, especially the baby boomers, that had to come out of retirement to help people with their stuff. So again, you never your skill sets are lifelong skill sets. Your the Linux that you learn, lifelong skill sets. At this point now, we consider cloud a lifelong skill set because we're going to the cloud. Um, Anything dealing with the infrastructure is just a lifelong skill set. We have not figured out a way to put our information inside a rain. Like this is some type of hardware that we're using that is just lifelong skill sets, right? So that's just where we're at. All right, so let's go. Tech stocks and jobs. First things first, I got this one up on the screen, but let's talk about what really happened this week. Anybody see? Hold on, let me pull it up. Let me go find it real quick, and I'll pull it up. I posted it in Slack. I didn't even talk about it last night, but this is appropriate time to talk about it. Did anybody see this in Slack? As seen on TV. That's right. Uh, this actually came from. This is the HashiCorp IPO. Corp went public this week. Anybody familiar with Terraform, Vault, Console, Boundary, Packer, any of those products? HashiCorp went public this week. I think they went public at $82 or something like that. Ticker symbol HCP. Would I invest in Hashi? Absolutely, absolutely. How did I get on this on here? I don't know. I went back and tried to find the video, and I could not find the video. It was actually sent to me. As you can see, somebody's background. As you can see that, right, with the trees and stuff, you can see that in the background, right? So this was actually sent to me. Yeah, I know it's mainly using mainframe and mini computers. Yep, for COBOL, but I just wanted to show because we talked about it on the other day about how it's highlighted, how those skills are still highlighted, how people still use it. Same with Pearl. I'll do that. I'll probably do that on the next show where we talk about Pearl. All right, so this is the CEO from Hashi. I This talk right here is from Amsterdam, and it is they were going through the video. I I had no idea that they was gonna do that, but they did it. And yep, so your girl made CNBC. So I thought this would be appropriate. Thanks Kevin for saying like as seen on CNBC, and everybody's like you gotta raise your speaker prices now. So it is what it is. But there you go. You can, but it's actually true. See. All right. So let's get into it. Let's go to let's look at. I think they were public what Tuesday or Thursday. Let's go to Yahoo Finance and let's see. HCP. Oh, come on now, HCP. There we go. All right, 85 right now. Let's see. They opened up what around about. Let's see. It looks like about 86. I think they opened up about 82 or something like that. Right. All right. And then they shot up to 89, and then now you see they tapered off here. All right. Had a dip there. Back up. So they've been that's and it's just open. It's just been. It ain't even been 5 days. You can't even get 5 days worth of data. It's this week like Tuesday or Thursday, right? So again, they opened at 84.58. Closed previously at 85.19. Market cap of 15.3 billion. If you're not familiar with them, I talk about Hashi all the time. I know everybody in the group is tired of me talking about Terraform. But again, if you just go to Hashi Corp, or you can just go hashicorp.com, and you can see the products. So the products, I can tell you all about the products and why I think you should invest. I'm not. This is not financial advice. This is just me using their products, me speaking at the conference. So I'm a little biased, if you want to say it that way. All right. So when you think about being cloud agnostic, and you think about the ability to, as somebody who's in on the infrastructure side, being able to deploy, being able to use the agile methodology, to be able to use GitOps, being able to use the Git flow, being able to uh, write everything down as code. If you look at the history of where we came from when we're talking about technology, is especially if you're on the government side, you had to get an approval. And that was a manual approval. That was somebody looking at something to make sure it meets these checks and balances, and then they sign off on that approval. Well, what if I could take that very same person? It's just like if you want to look at it like AI, and if I could take that very same person and say, "Do you meet these checks and balances?" and then write it as code. Does it meet these checks and balances? If yes, complete, continue. If not, no. So it is a way for us to write infrastructure as code. Now, here's where Hashi comes into play. If I have to do this same type of deployment or infrastructure as code in, or compliance as code, or checks and balances in AWS and Azure, on prem as well, and maybe even in Google Cloud, I don't want to have to learn Cloud Formation and then Azure DevOps and then come over here and learn whatever GCP may have, right? So it is a way for me as an engineer to be multifaceted in that case, where I can go look at, and let me pull this up. See, Terraform registry. And I went over Terraform registry before, but we'll go here so let's browse providers. So here's AWS, here's Azure, here's Google Cloud. I can launch into Oracle Cloud and tons of others, right? With that being said, that means I come over here, I look at their different providers that they have, right? I can look up how to deploy an EC2 instance, how to deploy a load balancer. I can look at how to deploy a resource group here. I can look at and figure out how to deploy a multitude of things. Even down to if you drop down here to CI/CD, I can look and see how to deploy and create projects inside of GitLab, create a project inside of Artifactory, which you would use for inside of your CI/CD pipeline. You can have packages, but really for your Docker containers, to scan your Docker containers and so forth. Here's Argo CD. Everybody's been pretty big on Argo CD. I haven't used Argo CD. I think I should make a video on using Argo CD. I should put that in one of the pipelines and use Argo CD. But again, I'm just showing you like where their value is at. The other part of their value is they also have, and you can't just think of them as open source. They have paid models, so they have like Terraform Cloud. Um, so those that, and that was what my talk was about. My talk was more or less about. It took me like 50 times to figure out how to deploy Terraform Enterprise in a disconnected or air gapped environment. I should say air gapped because there's actually a question on one of the practice tests that I took just to see like where I stand at with the information. So it is air, it's called air gap, not disconnected. We call it disconnected, but it's actually air gap. So air gap meaning that hey, I don't have access to public internet. I only have access to an enclosed network. If I need access to public internet, I have to go download those resources or artifacts, as we like to call them. I have to get them scanned by security, and then I have to bring them into my network and then store them somewhere, and then I can use those resources. So in an air gapped environment, you're installing Terraform Enterprise. So what they did was they was like, hey, we're not going to even worry, because before they didn't even have Terraform Cloud. Terraform Cloud is fairly new, by 2 years or so, maybe two and a half. Terraform Enterprise came along because they said we don't want you as the consumer who's in the cloud to worry about standing up Terraform Enterprise. We'll take care of that for you. We'll set up the back end for you, and so forth and so on. Right. So that's what they did. Now they broke out their pricing structure. Before you could get Sentinel inside of here, but now with team and governance, you don't get Sentinel. What is Sentinel? Sentinel is policy is code. So that way you can have those. If someone needs to deploy something into a cloud and it's not tagged, then they have to use some type of tagging methodology. But if they don't have it on there, then it doesn't get deployed. So you can make sure that any compliance or any restrictions that you want to put on that person's cost estimate or something like that, you can have that written up as code. And that's pretty much an overview. That's not all the products that they have. I just wanted you to understand how important uh, uh, not Hashy is, but the products centered around that they have is, right, and how it plays into effect into your, if you are on the infrastructure side or even if you're a developer, how this plays into the long game, right? So that's where that's at. You can check them out at hashy.corp or hashycorp.com. HCP is the actual ticker symbol. So check them out on Monday. Put them on a watch list or something like that, right? All right, next up, the HR tech startup Sense. I guess you want to say Sense or Sensei, valued at 500 million in a SoftBank Vision Fund, two lead funding. Right. All right, so let's look at this, and we're gonna go to their website as well too. Sensei. Oh, I didn't even do that. I'll go back and do that in a minute and look at jobs. I didn't do that. I should have did that. All right, Sensei, an HR tech startup that helps some of the world's largest staffing and recruitment agencies timely find and hire talent. So this is another HR tech startup that helps. They even help the world's largest staffing agency recruitment agents timely find and hire talent. Has grown in valuation, so we should go check them out, see what they do in a new financing round. A person familiar with TechCrunch, they're out of San Francisco. They raised 50 million in a Series D financing round. It said SoftBank Vision Fund 2 led financing round, pushing the 5.5-year-old startup. So they're a little older. So those that are looking to get into a startup before they IPO, you have a set of skills. You may be mid career or so forth. Um, or even those that are new and want to go work at a startup, look for a startup that's a little healthy. Like 5.5 years, they worked out some kinks. They've seen some things. They've seen people come and go. They got some ideas and things around them. They probably have already established management or maybe developing some new things. I would 5 year would be a good place to go for a startup if you're looking for like a job or a career change, right? The multifold surge in the valuation comes just after 6 months since they closed this Series C round. TechCrunch is learned. All right, so let's go check them out. All right, let's go and let's look at the company, who we are, and then they have 185 employees, so they're still rather small. They're not 300, 400, so they're still rather small at 185 employees. They have over 600 customers. They've helped 3 million candidates, so it's been proven, and they're in 46 states. So it looks like that maybe they all work remotely, and 22 different languages. So let's see positions. All right, so here we go. All right, so we have an SRE right off the top. We have an iOS engineer, a data scientist, a senior engineering manager for data science team, an IT engineer. We even have a product marketing manager. We have a senior engineering manager, data science team, customer service marketing manager, a profiler. That's out of India. These are coming out of India here. RevOps. I know what RevOps is. Curious. RevOps. Let's see. We're hiring a program manager in the RevOps team as a program manager. It's just a program manager. It's not. I don't know what they do in RevOps. What do they do in RevOps? Experience in GTM teams, at least 1 year operations, manipulating data in Excel, entrepreneur self starter, 4 strong relationships, translate GTM. Does it say what GTM is? Doesn't say what GTM is. We've raised 40 million in funding backed by Google, Excel, and Avatar Ventures. It didn't say what that is, what GTM is. But basically, this is a program manager. Nothing special there. It's a part of just the name of the team. We got some front end engineering that's out of India. Let me scroll up here. Can I sort by location? All right, yeah, they just got like San Francisco and so forth. All right, so here's San Francisco. I wonder if they just have it at San Francisco, but you could be remote. Because if they're in 46 different locations inside of the U.S., I'm assuming that would be remote. But nevertheless, here we go. So if you are SRE, you're gonna know hands-on experience building and maintaining modern infrastructure back in services like Kafka, Elasticsearch, Redis, MySQL, Postgres, cloud-based environments such as AWS, Linux systems serving production traffic and workloads with a strong focus on networking and system fundamentals, containing the technologies of the plus. This right here is what we talk about all the time. That's why you're here at Women in Linux. Another one is a strong scripting and high level programming language. Understanding the major infrastructure components such as load balancers, web servers, databases, and queuing. Good understanding of modern distributed systems, the architecture trade-offs, operator operability, concerns and solutions, capable of multitasking and be willing to adapt to changes quickly in a startup environment and so forth. And they call GTD, get things done attitude, right? So yeah, the GTD in a startup is heavy. Like get it done. Minimum uh produce, you could always go back and refactor. So they like to consider that tech debt. All right, so that's Sensei. We checked out that in. I guess you can look at their product if you like to, but that I guess that's what it looks like on the back end. Personalized real time, like as you walk through the products and so forth. Right, create dynamic journeys, the candidate journey, how you're delivering and talking to that candidate and so forth. Right. Um, I use a system called Ashby to get to work, and I'm sure this is probably the same thing. Um, Recruiting software here, right? It's another one in the tech space. It's Ashby, right? Um, Let me see. Let's go to their careers, and then I go and see how long they've been around. All right, careers, so forth, so on. All right, engineering, design technologist, engineering manager, full stack, go to market here, and then the talent, and then Q&A. We're a 30 we're approximately 30 people across North America time zones. You can read more about our current team. So they're really fairly small, and they maintain a small office out of San Francisco. Right. So Ashby is another one. Let's go back here. Only got 30 people, right? And these are the places that they work with. Let's go look at the team. Small team. Only got 30 people. I wonder what funding round they're on. So you can see everybody is made on the list. Let me see. Do, 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 13 engineering terms, piracy support. Yeah, let me look and see if what they have on Crunchbase. Let's go Ashby. They're private. They hadn't. I guess they hadn't raised nothing yet. Yeah, they're private. I wonder if they bootstrapping. Founded in 2018. Real small company. Check them out. So if they privately held, so this is how it works when it's privately held. If you're privately held, in employee based, right, you could probably get employee owned stock. So the stock can range from, I don't know, 38 cents, 50 cents, 70 cents, 100, it depends, right? But what ends up happening is somebody may come along and acquire them, right? And so if they get acquired, then depending on the contract terms, you may have to be at that company 2 or 3 years if you take this the sign on bonus or whatnot, because usually there's a bonus and a salary raise. Uh, that, but it depends on who's doing the negotiating, right? They could let you go as well. Um, but typically, they usually keep the people that brought in the money and brought in the product. There's a reason for that. And then once you get on with the new team and stuff like that, there'll be some restructuring and what have you. But um, is you have the potential after being acquired like that to make a lot of money because you're being held privately. Another company that's privately held that's worth billions is Bloomberg. They're privately held and worth billions, right? So just something to think about. So check out Ashby. I'll give you all this link, so you can check them out because I know we use it. So I was just curious if they was in production. All right, so Ford. The reason why I mentioned this, Ford is to triple production capacity for all electric Mustang Mach E. These must be selling. Ford plans to, increase production of all electric Mach E next year. And remember, we talked about it earlier that as either Ford or General Motors is getting into chip making. So again, Ford and General Motors are like, we're not gonna let Tesla come in here and kill us. Like we're gonna be around for another one, right? All right. So this is the first time the automaker has a specific outlook for the Mustang Mach E. Ford said in November that it would increase its production of its electric vehicles to 600,000 units globally by 2023. A goal that will be spread across the Mustang Mach E, the F-150, let's see, the Lightning, and commercial e-transit vans. So e-transit vans, right? So people going back and forth delivering products in vans, right? So if I'm looking at this, right, honestly, if it were me and I owned a gas station, I would most definitely be having places where vans and stuff could pull up and to be universal, not just the Tesla ones, but universal, where you can plug and go, right? And I will also, if I'm a city, I will have places where people can pull up and stop, especially along the highways, where they can stop, get something to eat, maybe even do a little shopping. Um, that will be my thing as we go into the whole electric space, right? If Ford hits that figure 600,000, if Ford hits the 600,000 figure, it will double the number it had expected to produce over the next 2 years, right? So be on the lookout for Ford. Let me look on my phone. Um, I'm pretty sure I'm invested in Ford. Ford was returning me good returns when I was going strong at it. So let me go look at Ford. Hold on. Let me go into my account and look at Ford. All right. Hold on. I'll tell you in 1 second. All right. Ticker symbol F for Ford. What's my return? Not bad. I'm up 86% on Ford. I'm up 86%. I got in when it was around about $11. So I can't complain with Ford. I'm looking at it for a year, and it's been on the incline for the year. Right, ticker symbol F. So 86%. So let's go over here to Yahoo Finance so you can see what I'm looking at. Done. Yahoo. Yahoo. That's what it used to be. Ticker symbol F. Ford. All right. So you can see that's the 1 day. All right. Here's the 5 day. Here's the 1 month. We shot up. There's 6 month. You can see year to date. And if you're 5 year, I think that was doing some dips. So we had that dip, March, but surge back, right? So you see it's been on the incline, right? It's been increasing over time. So I'm not mad with Ford. Ford's been doing this thing. All right. All right, so let's get my other ones up. Go to my notes here. All right. New Atlas. All right, so Boto, the decentralized AI and AI/human artist makes its first million. All right, an AI algorithm called Boto, Botto, has made somewhere around 1.3 million at an auction for its first six NFT artworks. Boto generates thousands of images, and a community of humans vote to influence its direction and decide which piece goes to auction. The AI artist, of course, has some serious advantages over its human counterparts. For starters, it can very quickly educate itself on the history of human visual expression by analyzing a massive trove of influences, cataloging and remember everything it has ever seen. Where a human might slave away over a hot canvas or a drawing tablet for days, even years, the AI can pound out its works in a matter of minutes. The algorithm art might be a derivative, it's true, but the same can be said for the vast majority of human artists. Indeed, there's an argument to be made that human brain itself operates in a kind of sticky organic algorithm. So again, we're talking about art that's being created by an algorithm, right? Uh, Thus, both of goes away and does most of the hard yards by itself. It generates a random string of words and sentences. It feeds into the vector quantized general adversarial network VQGAN, uses the word string plus its training algorithms and massive database of prior artwork to generate images. And here are the images that it's generating. Right? It says Boto recruits GPT 3, a powerful natural language generator from OpenAI. I've shown you OpenAI before, which comes out about 5 to 10 different pieces of abstract poetry. The core human team of Bottle checked these through GPT-3, trained on a wide array of internet content, and thus can be quite foul at times. So the human picks up a nice piece description, edits it for punctuation and typos, and then the piece is done. So that's just on the string side. That looks like that sounds like the putting together of words and stuff. But here's some more or the art, right? So remember, like I talked about this before. The algorithm is getting fed, right? Uh, the AI algorithm is getting fed on today's data, and so if you had to go just off of today's data and create a new world order or a new world, what would that look like? Right? Who gets the money? All right. So thus far, six pieces have been auctioned off as NFTs. The first, asymmetric liberation, sold for 325,000. The second piece, sing press, I guess predis, press, yeah, predis, sold for 430,000. Things have dropped off somewhat since then, but the latest cheapest work, Cross a Do, still brought in somewhere around 81,000. What happens to the cash? Well, a part of for them super rare's 15% commission. Effectively, it's used to incentivize participation in the Boto project and the voting process. Boto had its own cryptocurrency token built on Ethereum blockchain using ERC20 governance token. In order to vote, users need to buy in, exchanging Ether for Boto tokens and staking them to be used by the Boto network. Owning a certain number of Boto tokens lets you vote a certain number of times a week. Still didn't tell me where it was going, but okay. But removing them, blah blah blah. The NFTs are designed such a way for generate 10% royalty back to the Boto project. Okay, so the NFTs are designed in such a way that any future sale will generate a 10% royalty back to the Boto project. So there's a residual there, right? And they're going to, I'm going to drop this link so y'all can continue to read on it. But I'm not going to read all of this because it's a little long. But I just want you to be aware of, again, it's backed by Ethereum, and what's going on in terms of artwork. Oh, here, 4 images. I think these are all the images, yeah, throughout, yeah, right? So what does that look like for you, if you want to do this? D has the link. She could drop it and go from there. Deep reinforcement learning algorithm took data from a great artist and then let the algorithm draw. Yep, 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 yep. So again, that was in November, right? It told you I had some stuff laying around that I had to go back and pull out. All right, let's go. E-financial careers. It's a reason why I got this link. All right, JP Morgan hikes some software engineering salaries to 300K. JP Morgan. Let me go look up JP Morgan. I know I'm invested in with JP Morgan. Let's see, and I'll pull it up on the screen here. Let me look at JP Morgan. See, been down. 3 months has been up. Let me look and see what my I got out of it. Oh, damn. Let me see. Why I get out of it? I think I got mad with them. I got mad with Chase. JPM. Let me go back. Let me go finance. Click on it. JPM. I would have kept me there. All right. So here's JPM. Let's go 5 day. We got some up and downs there. You can see we got some up and downs there. 5 years. This is what you look like over a year time. Not too bad. And then year to date, right? We had a high back here in October of 171, and then we got a dip down to 159. Something caused that dip. Yeah, see, JP Morgan just called for a full global recovery and ended a pandemic in 2022. They don't know what they're talking about. JP Morgan set to pay 200 million fine over staff communication lapse. Okay. That might have been why. That was that big dip. That's what caused that dip. JP Chase has always been on the edge, right? They always been on the edge. But again, they are uh some software engineer sales up to 300K. All right, cool. All right, let's load this up. All right, is that too big? Let me look. Okay, that's perfect. All right. So they said the hedge funds and technology firms that pay far more. Some people on blind cite that 375K offers for JP Morgan vice presidents or VP in software engineering. Others suggest Goldman Sachs is paying 300K for software engineers and a revenue generating teams. Right, so they got in here JP Morgan VP of level engineering in Redwood City office are salaries of 317K, senior engineer and managers of 300K, associates are 260 to 279. These are just salaries. Bonuses will be paid on top of this. All right. Redwood City might be an exception of JP Morgan competes hard for engineering talent in California. However, there are signs of higher pay in New York City. One New York City software engineering manager at executive director level was offered 235K by JP Morgan in June, according to H1 visas, a vice president of 203K. So they go in to talk about that. What I didn't see was the bonuses, right? So executive director 325K MD, and executive director and MD may not be representative. So they got an MD, a VP, an associate, and an analyst. So these are this is in New York. So you want to be, I guess, in this range, VP to executive director to MD. All right. And they didn't say what I guess the MD is probably uh some type of what's the word? Got some type of certification behind it or something like that, right? Because it didn't say up here what the MD stood for. Let me see. Make sure I didn't overlook it. Yeah, I didn't overlook it. It only mentions it once in the thing. Say Barclay promotes MD's credit team that complain about bonuses. Credit Suisse is promoting its new MDs right now. Let me see if they give me a MD for it, right? Doesn't say. Look up again. MD, see, there. It didn't tell me what the MD stands for. If somebody knows what that is, I'm not sure. It sounds like it may be some type of certification you may need to get to be an MD or whatnot. That's where we're at. But at least you know what JP Chase Morgan is doing. You've seen what the actual ticker symbol has been up to. All right, so let's go. All right, and I knew this one was coming. I was just wondering when this was going to happen. Getty Images. I knew they're going public, and not only are they going public, they're talking about getting into NFTs. They got a ton of images. Getty Images CEO talks about NFT aspirations after $4.8 billion deal with the blank check company. Getty Images CEO talks NFT aspirations for $4.8 billion deal. They got tons of pictures, tons of pictures. I don't know if you ever been to Getty Images or if you've seen people. They have a ton of pictures, right? They have a ton of pictures, right? I can see them totally being, and I know from Getty Images from what 15, 20 years ago. They've been around for a very long time, so they got images galore, right? So you click on an image like that, The image, if you want a small one, that's $50. You want extra small at $50. You want a large one, is $499 to get that image. So you better use that image and everything. I'm just curious. Let's go in here and let's type. Let's type Linux. Do we get anything? We get a server room. We get some mountains. We get a crime scene. They got some tagging going on with Linux here. D, what would you do if you see women in Linux in here and they selling it for $500? What would you do, D? They got that one, right? And that's just for me typing in Linux. Let me type in cluster. All right, here's what we got when we get a cluster of people. Okay, that's what we get when we type in cluster. Yeah, I just be curious on keywords, how people are tagging stuff, right? But again, they're going IPO. Let's go back here to Getty Images. Let me see if I can get down to the bottom here, and let's go careers. Look, they got a grant and giving program. They have a iStock situation. We'll look at that too. Let's go look at careers right now. And then about us. Storytelling values, real polished content creation. You can check out their video. Here's the iStock images. Right. Make videos in minutes, create your own ads, social posts, product videos. All it takes is imagination and so forth. Get started. Um, iStock as the original stock content site created by creatives for creators. We get you. You need unique images and videos that connect with your audience at prices that fit your budget. We got all of that and more. Exclusive video images, AI powered search, affordable pricing, and worry free licensing. All right. I'm just curious. There we go. So you can come here on the iStock side and get the Linux stuff in purple. Right. And you come in here and start creating a video. Probably create your own commercial. See, edit for free, combine videos, images, and music from iStock, uh, or upload your own, edit, pay pay for iStock visuals, get the iStock video clips and photos used in your project. You can do a video subscription, choose from several web and social media ready sizes, re-download on different sites. So video subscription. So this is what they have on their website. This is all on their website. See what happens when my unused with a certain content, blah blah blah. They have their stuff. Do my license image and videos download and video downloads ever expire? There is no expiration date on your rights to use files downloaded during your subscription period. Files licensed with credits can be used as many projects as you like. Can I share my subscription with teammates? If you're interested in adding more than one user to your subscription, contact us. All right. And then careers. Let's go to apply open roles. All right. So we got a contributor engagement specialist out of London. Under customer, they have a data science. Well, they don't have nothing under customer. Under data science, they have a data scientist in Canada or inside of the US. They got editorial content, video assignment production manager, editorial entertainment, internship immersion program for content creation, editorial event support technician, finance and accounting, financial operations, general accounting, financial planning and analysis, human resources, looking for some compensation managers, look a lot of them. A global benefits person, HR talent acquisition, marketing, digital marketing, regional product design, UX writer, product designer, product manager, product management, SEO, user experience, business development, senior manager, director, partner, success, channel partnerships, all over customer success, sales, sales enablement, service, customer service, strategic business development, other areas they need to explore, technology. They're looking for a full stack engineer or a manager of software engineering. They also have uh, application development, enterprise services engineer, senior software engineer, data science. We got data science insights manager, data scientist. And these are contracts. Let's look at these contracts. These are contracts. These are not full time employment. These are actual contracts. So let's check this out. More data scientists, tons of data scientist jobs. Data scientists, artificial intelligence and machine learning, natural language processing. These are all contracts. In enterprise search, principal software search, right? Using the search algorithm. Let's check that out. Product owner, senior manager, AIML, got a ton of jobs. Program management, search editor, streaming data platform, website development, front end. You can't tell me you can't get a job at this one. All right, data scientists, who we are, blah, 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 whoa, whoa. ASAP. Due to the current conditions, this position will initially work from home until such time until we return to the office. Getting images is looking for individuals who enjoy applying new and traditional ML model or methods to bring outstanding insights to our customer. This role is an outstanding opportunity to help craft how we measure, perceive, and share imagery it needs across the global, pretty much the global market. Machine learning pipelines, next challenge you would join, data science, blah blah blah, primarily blah blah blah, what you would need. Okay. Curiosity about how imagery is used in different regions, validate experience of having worked hands-on as a data scientist, proficiency in machine learning, statistical modeling, and data mining, a PhD or MS in computer science, stats, economics, finance, sociology, natural sciences, or any other equivalent quantitative project is helpful. Proven understanding of Python on R. Have experience work with AWS, Git, Bash, SQL. Knowledge of Spark and NLP or time series analysis, outlier detection is a plus. Excellent communication skills and ability to independently carry a project through a project, from conceptualization to delivery. All right. Mental and physical demands. Oh, that's nice. Frequent communication with others to exchange information. Frequent sedentary work with that primarily involves sitting and standing. Time of each were very consistent. I mean, constant, not consistent. Constant operation of computer and frequent usage of other office machinery. I don't know what other office machinery you're gonna be using, and then frequent repetition of motions, gestures that may include wrist, hands, or fingers required. Hmm. That's for a data scientist. This is a senior manager. I mean, a software engineer manager. Let me drop down here. Next challenge, instruct and mentor getting development practice model, broad project team leadership, SLAs, deliver management reporting by raising project issues, develop your team through mentoring, maintain a valid understanding of operations, 5 years of management experience, technical programming experience, experience designing and developing supporting large enterprise class solutions, a bachelor's or a BA in computer science. And then, of course, they go back to the physical demands. That didn't sound too bad. Full stack. We know they're in AWS, so I'm gonna assume you're gonna need some skills around that. Ruby, Java, Ruby on Rails, Interior, HTML, databases, relational databases, I should say, pair programming, and work on your own and version control system, data scientists, senior machine learner data scientist. This is contract work, TensorFlow, Python, technical, forward thinking. They're looking for data scientists, PhD or masters. They didn't say BA, so they're looking for a little higher levels on that one. On this one, principal software. Um, um, Looks like the same as the other one. Cloud experience deploying cloud hosted applications, a technical leader, significant experience designing and develop supporting large enterprise class solutions. Um, Looks the same here. Here they got 5 years of experience with Scala, Java, C Sharp, Python experience, 2 years of Kafka and Spark, loves to write code, fast learner, understanding of Kubernetes, Hadoop, Yarn. All right, so here's where you probably get your, if you're on the infrastructure side, senior software streaming data platform. That makes sense to me. This makes sense to me. All right, and they talk about their healthcare too, right? That was Getty Images. That was Getty. The next one is concentric. Oh, what is Getty Images going at? I need to look that up. What is going to be their ticker symbol? All right, let me go look it up. All right, what is going to be their ticker symbol? Oh, come on. I'm not on the screen. Oh, GYI. Yeah, I wasn't on the screen. Sorry. I was in my notes. Why you yelling at me? Don't be yelling at me. All right. Software firm concentric to go public via basically a SPAC for 1.2 billion in a deal. Software firm Core, sorry, I thought it was Concentric. It's Core Centric. On Friday, agreed to a public merger, blank check, 1.2 billion. Core Centric provides payments, network software solutions to enterprises, middle market businesses, including Kellogg and clothing retailer Hanes. The deal with North Mountain Merger (MMC) will provide the company with proceeds of up to 102 million, including funds from special purpose acquisition SPAC, trust account, and 50 million in private investment. Right. So this is Core Centric. So let's go look them up real quick. Go check them out. I'll hit that. All right, here we go. All right. So Concentric to become public listed through a business combination with merger with North Mountain Merger Corporation. We help companies strengthen three critical operations: procurement, accounts payable, and accounts receivable. Right? Future proof your business, maximize every dollar spent, see exactly where you stand. And here's some companies that they work with. Got a lot of big brand names. Enterprise focused solution on finance and procurement, source to pay, which is S2P, order to cash, O2C. Right. So they got 76 million engaged buyers, 320 billion transaction dollars volume managed, and then 600,000 suppliers. Right. So let's come down here and check out their careers, see job openings. All right. I have to blow them up some. All right. Customer success manager, treasury analyst, bill pay specialist, VP, spend analysis. I'm sure they got some data scientists here somewhere. Principal software architect, business consultant in Paris. Let's go look at that. Um, Senior data scientist. Wish I knew that. Director of content. We knew that was gonna have something like that. And SEO, we know that. All right, and then they got another page here. All right, business consultant. All right, let's go over here. All right, so these things keep getting smaller and smaller. Um, Responsibilities develop technical, and this I'm reading principal software architect. Develop the technical vision and design specifications assigned projects and may perform an implementation lead, mentor other team members. Let's see what you need. All right, 10 years of experience as a solution architect, possesses experience with common distributed data tools, Spark, Kafka. You need some indexing tools with Elasticsearch, cloud native technology, CI/CD. Um, Understand service and flow orchestration, monitoring, alerting, and logging, tracing, observability. When it comes down to full software development lifecycle, using agile processes, DevOps, CI/CD pipelines. Possesses an advanced degree is preferred, and that is a software architect, business consultant. Le business consultant. It is in French. For the Paris. Oh, for Paris. Le consultant. For or indeed. Yeah, yeah. I'm not gonna read that. Um, I guess pilot tour of implementations of the solution for the equipment of the client. Uh, See deposition, render something, blah blah. I forget. Necessary information is necessary. A sous vide, activity implementation manager. Some things I can just make out for groups, travel groups. Oh, you got some travel groups. It look like you're doing some business. I'm not gonna translate that though. Some of I can make out. Please note, this is remote work from home opportunity anywhere in the U.S. located or can be located in Cherry Hill, New Jersey. All right. Director of content, lead a team of content producers while collaborating closely with marketing, creative, and sales team. Develop and manage marketing content calendar and cadence of campaign messages for its expansive portfolio of solutions, often running simultaneously. Partner with demand generation team to cultivate a loyal audience of readers that can engage, and convert over the long term. Own the performance, SEO, blah blah. Okay, what do you need? Bachelor's degree, minimum of 7 years experience in marketing related field, demonstrated experience building and managing and reporting on performance metrics driven with solid creative, strategic, and analytical and organizational skills, experience with full scope and digital marketing. It's great for those that are always talking about what can you do as a senior technical writer and content creation. This is something I would tell you all to look at um, for this. I'm not sure how much they're paying on here. I don't know what this RAM pays. I'm assuming you can get paid in this realm. I'm not familiar with, right? All right, so let's go. Um, Keen Kin Insurance. All right, Kin Insurance surges to 11.3 million in total managed premium in November, increasing to 327% to date. Kin Insurance or the company, a leading direct to consumer homeowners insurance technology company, has entered a definitive combination agreement with Omnichannel Acquisition Corp (OCA). Today announced select preliminary operating results as of November the 30th of 2021. This came out December the 9th. We generated 91 million of premium in 2021, and in our current renewal rate carries over into next year. That already accounts for 38% of our premium target for 2022. Right. Let's go check out Kin Insurance. KIN. All right. Easy, affordable, all about you. I don't know why you wouldn't switch to Kin. What we cover: home insurance, mobile insurance, condo, flood insurance, vacation home insurance, landlord insurance. You can count on us. And here, let's go check out careers. Explore. All right, they got business intelligence developer, remote, Chicago, Illinois, or St. Petersburg, Florida. Claims adjuster, St. Pete. I'm assuming they're based out of St. Pete. We'll go check it out. Data science, DevOps engineer. See what their platform is. SRE experience, Amazon Web Services, and Terraform. CI/CD pipelines, Jenkins, GitHub Actions, Postgres. 100% employer paid plan is flexible, PTO very generous, equity options, and 401k, parental leave, disability, on-site gym. That's in the Chicago office only. Do they have an office here in St. Pete? Let me see. Security engineer. They must have an office here in St. Pete. That's what that is. That's why I keep coming up. Remote or so forth. They must have an office here in St. Pete. Let's go look it up. Must be downtown. Uh uh uh. I wonder if they're downtown. Let me see. About us. There's their CTO, their founders, CIO, CFO. Um, it doesn't say. I'm assuming they got an office down here. Probably can look them up and find their office, but yeah, check them out. Ken Insurance. Yep. QA, data QA engineer, software development engineer and testing, SDET. Testing is huge, right? So check them out. I don't know. Let me look at the screen. Did D get their ticker symbol? KI? Okay. I'm going to leave the ticker symbols to D. She's on it. I don't have the ticker symbols in my notes. Now, this one I thought was interesting. Weather security platform. Tomorrow.io to go public. 1.2 billion. Tomorrow.io. Weather and security platform. Tomorrow.io will go public in a deal worth 1.2 billion. Right? The deal with the SPAC Pine Technology acquisition, which is expected to close in the first half or 2022, will fetch $420 million in proceeds for Tomorrow.io. Tomorrow.io used its launch radar equipped satellites from a strategic M&A. All right. So Tomorrow.io, the world's weather and climate security platform. They got satellites. You already know. Drop in the comments what you think, what kind of jobs you think they got. If you've seen the pattern here with these companies, you should have seen at least three things. If they're doing security, so we need to have security. Drop down in the comments what you think what kind of jobs they got. Like, give me some buzzwords. I'm gonna go down here to careers. All right, where are their careers at? All right. Before I go to see open positions, let me see one. Military contracts, possibly, possibly. I will also even go out on a limb and say contracts with car makers, right? So you can get the weather inside your car, as well too. I would even go that far. All right, customer success. We got aviation, um, meteorological solutions engineer, fluent in Spanish. I'm just curious. Solutions engineer. They're looking for Spanish. So if you speak Spanish, they're looking. On the engineering side, they got a back end engineer. So we'll take a look at that. Oh, this is out of Tel Aviv. That's why. Director of engineering, front end, full stack, ETL. Of course, we can see that downloading and uploading data, transform the web team development, IT manager, IT specialist, a senior technical recruiter space. Here we go. Space and sensors, hardware test engineer, RF test engineer, senior digital designer engineer, senior digital engineer, um, senior electrical engineer, senior software engineer, all those senior systems engineer. We talked about systems engineering yesterday. Weather, senior NWP engineer. So let's go here. Look, demonstrate, blah blah. Prospective customers in Latin America. Experience with SaaS technology, partners, understanding of APIs, the web-based services, excellent communication, great attention to detail, interpersonal skills, fast learner, and articulate technology at any level. Didn't necessarily say that you need to do anything. Own the problem discovery and solution design process, including the design of the and demonstrations and proof of concept engagements. And this is a solutions engineer, so you're interacting with the customer and bringing to the customer what they're requesting and proving that your product can do that. You'll probably work with an engineering team in order to do that, get everything going. And now you have to talk about what it's doing. Experience applying weather and geospatial data and modeling expertise to solve business problems is a big plus. That's an interesting role. Solutions engineer, dynamic and essential client facing role. All right, problem discovery, product and R&D, SaaS, client articulate at any level. So it playing a crucial role in the sales cycle, by designing solutions and guiding customers to realize the business value. This right here, I would come to this site and I would take that right there and make sure that your resume speaks to that, whether it's a sales role or not. Right? Just that little piece. Just make sure your resume speaks to that. Or when you're talking in an interview, make sure what you're sending over speaks to that. Here they got 95 to 135K. Let me look. Let me drop down here. Did it have a salary? I didn't see that. Yeah, it didn't have it on this one. Yeah, see, they didn't have it on here. Yeah, they didn't have that on there. Here, back end, APIs, Node.js, K8s, cloud functions. So they're doing serverless. Um, they don't have the salary range here on that one either. Web team lead, front end team lead. Um, you can see the overall stuff there, what you bring. 2 years of engineering management experience is a must. Can do attitude. They don't have the range on that one either. Right? Senior systems engineer. Complete spacecraft architecture definition specifications support design trades. Right? Mechanical and aerospace engineering. Right? Yeah, a master's in electrical, mechanical, and aerospace engineer, and this is for a senior systems engineer, and that's out of Denver. That's probably working with a government contract. All right, I got one more to go after this. All right, Financial Times. Oh, great, Financial Times. You don't like me, but we're gonna go the other route. This is American Express. GBT agrees to a SPAC with Apollo Global. All right, we'll go this route. All right, American Express Global Business Travel, GBT, confirms 5.3 merger deal with a SPAC with Apollo Strategic Growth. Uh, Shares of American Express dropped, but they say here rose at 0.8% in pre-marketing trade on Friday after American Express Global Travel (GBT), which is 50% owned by American Express, confirmed that it will go public through a merger through a SPAC with Apollo Strategic Growth Capital, right? And it's the ticker symbol is GBTG. That is the ticker symbol. Let's see if we can look up American Express um, GBTT. Let's look it up. And let's look up MX uh, GBT. I don't want. I just want to see if they got a different website. Yep, there's careers right there. I should have clicked on it. We'll drop down here and go to it though. Company, where you at? Well, I'll go back then. All right, supply now. I mean, you should know with American Express. Like we got the finance group. You got Australia, Canada. You got interns, temporarily or regular, full time. Um, we had the technology group. You got the project management group, so forth. Salesforce Solutions Architect, SRE. um, technical product owner, a data engineer, a director of technology and program management and engineering efficiency, end user computing engineer, meetings technology analyst, a scrum master project manager, full stack, Salesforce, infrastructure project manager. I'm not sure what you do in that job. I'm curious. All right, this role, the project manager position will be responsible for managing one or more highly complex technical projects with internal and external business partners are included as key constituents for the project's success. The PM responsibility will vary in initiative, but in general will include technical consultancy, overall management of technology, levels of service between GBT and external partners, project management, blah 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 blah. Agile or extreme computing and waterfall, that don't mix. I don't know why people do that. You're either agile or you're waterfall. You can't be agile waterfall, right? Right? That just don't make sense, right? Um, looks like you're over the infrastructure team on that. That's just what that looks like. Technical lead. This is virtual. I am cloud security architect. I am. It says cloud providers, including but not limited to Azure or AWS. Right. Um, they want somebody that understands Microsoft, Azure, and GCP. So they're all of them. Uh, SSO Federation. Um, IDM. IAM. Right. Terraform Cloud. Terraform and Cloud Formation. Right. Good job. Technical lead architect. Check it out. It's virtual. It's remote. Um, see, I had this one down here for a reason. Why I had? Oh, no. Okay, that's go. Last one. I don't know if y'all saw this about Volvo. Volvo had some R&D stolen in a security breach. Did y'all see that? Volvo is investigating a cybersecurity breach and theft of a limited amount of the company's research and development data. The data breach was reported Friday by the Swedish automaker. The company said one of its file repository had been illegally accessed by a third party. Investigations have revealed that a limited amount of the company's property, R&D property, had been stolen during the intrusion. Despite the limited amount, there may be an impact of the company's operation, Volvo said. Without providing more details on the size of the breach that was stolen, a Volvo spokesperson who declined to provide information. Right, so their R&D data is being sold. It says, see, the media outlet is incited, which was the first to report the breach, found a screenshot on the dark web that showed Volvo's data was released on the website of a ransom game called Snatch. A report released in fall of 2021, digital risk protection company Cyber Angle found that the automotive industry is a severe risk of ransom attacks due to the availability of hundreds of thousands of exposed credentials online. I tell you all the time, the automakers are the, if you want to hack them, that's where you want to go, right? If you want to hack somebody, the automakers are the one. The cars are going to be the new hack, especially with the EV stuff coming up and autonomous. Man, we already have a problem with cars now. I'm gonna imagine when you're gonna have a problem with cars then. All right. Well, that's all I had today. Let me look at the comments here. Make sure we won't have none. Here's my tab. What's going on, Kevin? What's going on, Engineering Cannabis? Sasha. Oh, MD, that was what that was, Managing Director. I didn't know what it was. I was like, is that a certificate you need, a certification? Appreciate you. FinOps, yep. Yep. Okay, cool. I didn't miss nothing too much. All right, cool. We'll catch you back in 30 minutes for tech stocks and jobs. So see you in 30 minutes. All right. Appreciate your time.